आपका बच्चा may be intelligent, talented, even well prepared. But what happens when life throws them a moment they didn't rehearse for? Do they crumble or do they compose themselves? Studies say emotional intelligence, not just marks, is what separates those who thrive from those who survive. But in most Indian homes, we teach math, we teach English, but we never teach this. In today's episode, we'll explore how one simple shift at home can build your child's emotional strength and turn them into future-ready leaders. Namaste, I'm Preeti Durga, a career coach, educator, and above all, a parent just like you. And over the years, I've come to see one truth again and again. It's not just smart kids who succeed. It's the ones who can bounce back after failure, stay calm under pressure, and speak up when it matters. ये है emotional intelligence. And it's no longer a nice to have. It's the real fuel behind great careers, great leaders, and grounded young adults. Think about it. What happens when your teen faces peer pressure or rejection? What about group projects, interviews, tough professors? We can't always protect them from those situations, right? But we can prepare them by helping them understand and manage their emotions early. Yet, in most Indian homes, we never learned how to do this ourselves. So we end up saying things like, don't cry, just ignore them, be strong. But strength isn't silence. Real strength is knowing how you feel and responding with calm and confidence. And that's exactly what I want to show you today. How you as a parent can become your child's first emotional coach in small, powerful ways. Just last month, I met a sweet girl from grade 10. She was very polite, does well in school, exactly the kind of child we think has everything under control. But when I spoke to her one-on-one, she looked down and whispered, "Ma'am, I get so angry these days. At home, I just shout at Amma for no reason. I don't even know why." Turns out, she was feeling left out by her own friends, carrying hurt and confusion, no idea how to process it. So it just came out as snapping at her mom, right? Because that was her comfort zone. And then there was this another student that, I worked with during a workshop for NEET aspirants. One low score on a mock test and he completely shut down. Pure weekend, he was lying on his bed, refusing to even look at his books. When I gently asked, "What's bothering you so much?" he said, "Ma'am, I don't think I'm good enough for this. I just want to quit." See, these aren't big dramatic problems. They are everyday moments we see in every home. But they show how most kids have never been taught what to do with tough feelings, how to pause, how to name it, how to calm down and reset. That's what emotional intelligence is, and it's exactly what shapes how they handle setbacks. Whether it's friendship today or career failure tomorrow, you might be thinking, "Preeti, itna serious kyun? They are just teenagers. Everyone has mood swings." And you're right, it is normal. But here's why I want you to pause and look a little deeper. Right? Because the same Shravya who snaps at you today, the same Rohan who gives up after one mock test, they grow into young adults who can't handle job interviews, walk out on feedbacks, or struggle to fix simple misunderstandings in relationships. A study often cited by Carnegie Institute of Technology and Daniel Goleman's research found that 85% of long-term career success comes from emotional skills, only 15% from technical know-how. And the World Economic Forum lists emotional intelligence, resilience, and stress tolerance as some of the top future skills beyond AI, beyond coding. But it's not just about careers. Think about family life. The child who can't handle a cancelled plan sulks for days, fights over dinner, withdraws from siblings, or the college student who takes one harsh comment from a friend right? So personally, they ghost everyone, left lonely and anxious. See, EQ isn't a luxury. It's the foundation for calm, balanced, confident adults who don't just survive stress, they navigate it. And that's why teaching this early matters. Not just for careers, but for joyful homes and strong relationships too. So now you might be wondering, Preeti, all this sounds important, but how do I even begin? I'm not a psychologist. How do I teach my child emotional strength? That's exactly why I created a simple step-by-step way for parents. Something you can start using right at home, even over a chai or at bedtime. It's called the Emoter model, and it's designed to gently build your child's emotional intelligence one conversation at a time. No big therapy sessions, no awkward lectures. Just a clear, friendly way to help your child learn to pause, process and bounce back from the ups and downs of life. And to make it even easier, I have put it all together in a free resource for you called the Emoter Starter Kit. I'll show you exactly how it works in just a moment and also share the details on how you can download the free version at the end of this video. Because I truly believe raising calm, confident, future-ready leaders doesn't have to be overwhelming. जानते हो, in most Indian homes, we have tried to raise emotionally strong children. But without realizing, we often teach them the opposite. Socho, how we typically respond when our kids struggle. A child comes home upset because friends excluded them at lunch. We say, forget it. These things happen, just study, that's what matters. A teen is anxious before a test. We say, stop overthinking, everyone handles pressure, you must too. Or they are frustrated over losing a match and we brush it off, right? With, don't be so sensitive, life is tough, better you learn it now. It sounds practical, even protective. Because culturally, we value resilience. We want children who can adjust, tolerate and not make a fuss. But here's what neuroscience tells us. Every time a child's big feeling is dismissed, their brain learns to suppress, not process. The amygdala, which manages emotional alarms, stay raw and untrained. And your prefrontal cortex, the part that reasons and calms, doesn't get a chance to step in at all. So in school, they learn to memorize, to score, to compete. But they don't learn to handle disappointments when they miss out on perfect selection, or jealousy when a friend does better, or guilt after a careless mistake. So what happens when they grow up? They enter college, jobs, relationships, a boss criticizes them, a colleague gets ahead, a friend or partner disagrees, and all that unprocessed wiring spills out. Some shut down, retreat, and avoid tough conversations altogether. Others lash out in anger or blame, protecting themselves by pushing people away because they can be hurt. Some hop from one path to another, abandoning good opportunities the moment things get uncomfortable, just to escape the fear of failing again. Not because they lack talent or potential, but because no one ever taught them how to handle what's happening inside them. Alright, so how do we actually teach this? Because telling your child be emotionally strong doesn't show them how. That's why I created a simple step-by-step framework called the Emoter model. It's designed to gently train your child's brain and yours too to handle emotions with more calm, more clarity and more confidence. No big lectures, no awkward therapy talks, right? Just a few small shifts you can try right at home. So let me show you how. Step 1 is E, that is experience pause. Okay, whenever your child seems upset, maybe after school or before an exam, invite them to pause. Say, come, let's just sit down for 10 seconds. we don't do anything, we just breathe. That's it. Why? Because even a short pause slows the amygdala down, the brain's alarm system, and gives the rational prefrontal cortex a chance to step in. It teaches them discomfort is safe. They don't need to react instantly. Okay, very simple. Step 2 is M. That's map the body. If they shrug and say, I don't know what I feel, ask, where is it sitting in your body? Your stomach, chest, throat. Emotions start as sensations. Noticing that builds awareness far beyond just saying, I'm fine. Okay. Step 3, O. Open the thought loop. Once they spot it, explore the thought underneath, right? What were you telling yourself right before this? It might be, I'll probably mess up. They were laughing at me. Or what if I fail again? Simply bringing these hidden beliefs out make them lighter and less scary. Step 4 is T. Tweak the thought. If they seem stuck on one harsh story, ask, could there be another way to look at this? Maybe shift. I always fail to, this was hard, but I figured out tough things before. This gentle reframing literally grows new brain wiring to build emotional, flexibility, literally wiring new brain pathways for resilience. So next time their mind finds a balanced story faster. Step 5 is ER, which is emotional reflection. Once a week, maybe Sunday or on a Saturday breakfast, try a small check-in. Use these 4 prompts, either spoken or written. One emotion I felt strongly this week. Frustrated, proud, embarrassed, excited, kuch bhi ho sakta hai. The second one is, what did I notice in my body or thought when I felt this? My heart was racing, my stomach was sinking, like I'll mess up again. Third one is one small way I calmed myself or saw it differently. Maybe that's like you took 3 breaths, talk to mom, or remind myself, it's just one test. Okay. And then the fourth one is, how did it feel after trying this? Did you feel lighter? Did you feel relieved? Did you feel more hopeful? Over time, these tiny reflections literally change how the brain stores stress, turning confusion into calm meaning. And to make this even simpler, I've packed it all into a free Emota starter kit for you with step-by-step guides, prompts, and a little journal template. Okay? Because building emotionally strong, future-ready leaders starts with small moments right under your own roof. Alright, before we wrap up, I want you to try something with me. If you're comfortable, just close your eyes for a moment and take a slow, deep breath. Now imagine your child 5 or 10 years from now, they are standing in a room, maybe in a big job interview, a college presentation, or even a tense family discussion. You see them pause, breathe, and respond with calm clarity. They don't crumble under pressure. They don't lash out or run away from discomfort. They stand steady, express what they feel, handle disagreement with grace. Imagine how that changes everything. Their career doesn't just advance because they are smart. It grows because they are emotionally anchored. Their relationships last because they can navigate conflicts without shutting down or blaming. Even their health thrives because they have learned to process stress instead of storing it. Now picture them turning to you and saying, "Thank you for teaching me this. Because of you, I know how to handle whatever life throws my way." That's the gift you're giving them when you focus on emotional strength early. It's not just about coping, it's about building a life where they grow, lead, and truly flourish. Slowly open your eyes carry that image with you and let's make it real. So what's the first step? It's simpler than you think. I've put together a free Emoter starter kit. It's a gentle guide to start these small conversations at home with clear prompts and a mini journal and an easy checklist to help you build their emotional muscle together. Because these aren't just tools, they are tiny moments that slowly shape your child into someone who can handle life's ups and downs with calm and confidence. And here's something to know. This is actually part of our exclusive signature framework at NextMoves for building emotional intelligence in students. So if you ever want to go deeper with a full-fledged emotional training that's tailored to your child, just reach out. We'd love to guide you through it. You can download the free kit right now. Just follow the instructions on your screen. Or check the link in the description. And if you are ready to take it a step further, don't miss our upcoming Career Compass Masterclass, where we combine emotional clarity with smart, future-ready career planning. Don't wait until they are struggling to figure this out. Start today so they step into every challenge tomorrow with quiet strength. So that's my simple intention for today's conversation, to help you see that emotional intelligence isn't an extra skill, it's the very foundation that shapes how your child handles challenges, relationships, careers, and life itself. When we teach them to understand and navigate their emotions early, we not just prepare them for the next exam, we are preparing them to lead, to grow, and to truly thrive. Now, let's seal that intention with a small affirmation. Take a deep breath and say this softly with me. I raise calm, confident leaders who turn life's pressure into purpose. I'm Preeti Durga, signing off from Career Crafting Conversations, where we don't just talk about careers, we create fulfilling futures. See you in my next episode.